Good morning and welcome to another edition of our backcountry tour of Idaho. Some of the backcountry strips here, and today's stop is number 15. We're going to be taking off from Morgan Ranch, so we're right here. We had a real short trip between these two yesterday. Uh, this morning we're going to take at least one trip, and we're going to go from Morgan Ranch 02 ID over to 0U0 Landmark US Forest Service trip. We'll go in here real quick and just kind of take a look at the terrain. If I remember correctly, this one has, it seemed like it was up on a little bit of a bench. It doesn't really look like it from here, so I might be confusing this one with another stop. Although I thought this was it. So we'll see if we see it like it's up on a little bit of a hill when we get in there. But 0U0 Landmark US Forest Service Airstrip. Let's go back and take a look at how we're going to get there today. We'll be in the Cessna 170 once again. And as we continue to learn how to, navigate and fly with that airplane for a while, it's been kind of fun going off the GPS and just kind of doing it all by Pilotage and Dead Reckoning. So what we're going to probably do is we're going to fly back over Sulphur Creek Ranch. We'll come through this valley here, and it looks like if we follow Sulphur Creek up through here, we should be able to get to, I think we'll come here, yeah, and then we're going to kind of bend to the left and follow Sulphur Creek up here. We'll hit a road, and it looks like there'll be a ridge where we can kind of continue to follow somewhat of a valley to the right and a little bit more to the north. We'll see, hopefully, this distinctive pattern of roads here where we got this little, pretty obvious little triangle looking thing where it weaves together into one spot. And we should then cruise up along that road for a little while, and right where it starts to bend here, looks like there's a river right down below it. So if we see that bend and we're down by this little kind of river, which is Johnson Creek, actually, Johnson Creek, that's Landmark. And Landmark has about 4,000 foot, so it's a nice sized runway, the US Forest Service strip. It's got a 1634, so we're probably going to come in here and just land on 34. That's the plan, at least. So once again, we're going to be doing some pilotage and dead reckoning from Morgan Ranch over Sulphur Creek again, up through here. And again, we're going to be looking for some of these key landmarks. And hopefully we'll get to Landmark if we spot all of our landmarks. So look forward to jumping on this one. Stop number 15, 0U0 Landmark US Forest Service Strip. Let's get inside. Get going.
TAWS system test. Okay. TAWS system test. Okay.
When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too.
Okay, here we are at Morgan Ranch. Let's get started on our trip, stop number 15 over to Landmark US Forest Service Strip. Go ahead and jump on inside. And let's go ahead and get ourselves the battery on, avionics on. We'll switch on the beacon. Take a look outside, and that is running just fine. Okay. Check our fuel real quick. What we got here? Oh, we have about just a little bit there, quarter. And we've got a little bit more of this. So we're going to want to burn out of the right tank as soon as we take off. We'll be okay right now for takeoff, but gas is needed, and we'll be getting that probably not at Landmark, but just a short skip up from there to Johnson Creek. So for today, we should have enough to get out of here, looks like. And let me go ahead and clear prop. Okay. Alright, we can just taxi like this for a little bit. A little nice morning here. Morgan Ranch traffic number 107 Bravo Romeo. We're back taxiing for departure to the southwest, Morgan Ranch. I think we're going to go ahead and just get this closed. It is a bit noisy. There we go, a little better. We are going to take off to the southwest as indicated, so come down here and get as much runway as we can. Okay, have our takeoff flap set. We do. This is a relatively short field, so could put in 20 degrees, but I'm pretty sure we'll get out of here just fine with 10. Morgan Ranch traffic number 107 Bravo Romeo. We're rolling for departure to the southwest Morgan Ranch. Let's see if we can't do a little bit better job here now on. Okay, still a little bit of a sensitive rudder situation, but climb out here, level off just a little bit. We're going to want to keep as much airspeed as we can and get up over some of these trees. So I'm going to start a gentle roll to the right over towards Sulphur Creek. Okay, and that's generally heading in the direction of Sulphur Creek right now. Morgan Ranch traffic number 107 Bravo Romeo departing to the southwest, headed over Sulphur Creek Ranch, Morgan Ranch. Take our flaps off now. I think we're going to keep climbing because I know the terrain rises coming out of Sulphur Creek. I just don't know by how much. So go up a little bit more. I think we'll take the flaps out. Pop them back in if we think we really need them. But for now, start making some speed. Leaning it out a little bit because we're going to get better performance there. I probably should have had it leaned a little bit more than I did at takeoff, but we're okay. Sulphur Creek traffic number 107 Bravo Romeo. We're approaching from the east. We're going to overfly runway 28. We are at 6,500. We're departing to the west Sulphur Creek. Let's take a look down there at Sulphur Creek that we were in the other night. And behind us, Morgan Ranch. off to our left wing right now would be back down towards Spruce Meadows. So trim us up a little bit here. And that's a little bit better. And so what we're going to want to do here is bend around to the right, but we're going to want to stay left of that split there, if I recall correctly. So probably be a couple of splits in the land that we're going to need to look out for and make the right choice on. So first we're going this way. We'll continue to climb out a little bit here. Like again, we don't know how much terrain is rising. I know that it does rise, but we're going to hopefully follow some of these valleys a little bit. So okay, and we're going to want to take this first split here a little bit, or just follow Sulphur Creek goes off here to the left. And maybe we can take a look down and see if we're actually following. Yeah, there's Sulphur Creek. So we want to go to this first left here, and then I think we're also going to want to take the next split to the left. I think you could go either way on this next one and still figure out how to get there, but I don't exactly know that for sure. And I honestly, the terrain is rising pretty quickly here, so I am gonna start to just pitch up a little bit and try to gain a little bit more altitude, because it's definitely rising pretty rapidly. I didn't really tell you that much on Google Maps, so it's always best to get your actual eyes on it here. And if we needed to, we're going to have a plan for, let's take a look here. Maybe we'll go with our 10 degrees of flaps and just kind of get into a little bit of a steeper climb up and gain more altitude over distance for a little while here. Okay. Go right here, this next valley to the right. I see that road, and that might be an indicator that this one is one where we're going to want to go right now. So and then we have that that obvious landmark, right? So if we see that kind of V shape and the roads coming together, it's pretty obvious landmark if we see it. It should be, I would think. And now I'm going to take the flaps back off. I think we're climbed up pretty well, so we'll just get some more speed again. And that's the way we want to go, over that way. I believe this is, at some point in time, we are starting to get on a road and catch Johnson Creek, which goes up past Landmark and actually get to Johnson Creek. Follow this road for a bit here. And so I'm thinking that that kind of light spot up above there is kind of the cap of a little bit of a hill where Landmark is. So let's take a look here. Landmark traffic, November 107 Bravo Romeo. We're about 6 miles to the south inbound for landing. We'll take runway 34 Landmark. That may not be it, actually. Be a little bit ahead of myself here. Let's look for that. Might be a little bit, it might be that over there to the left, that longer area. That's what it is. Okay. So here we are. And I'll look and see if we can see that sort of roads coming together. Landmark we were talking about. That looks maybe right here. That seems to be it. Yeah, we're coming together on it right now. See that V? Okay. That should be Landmark right over here, I'm thinking then, so let's go ahead and get ourselves slowed up. So Landmark traffic, November 107 Bravo Romeo, about 3 miles to the south. Inbound for an offset straight in final for runway 34 Landmark. Just on the other side of the creek there. Landmark traffic, short final 107 Bravo Romeo, Landmark. Okay. Flaps up. Just taxi down here for a little bit, find a good parking spot. I think it'll be right up here on the left. We'll just take this little turnout here. And Landmark traffic, number 107 Bravo Romeo, clear of the active runway Landmark. fuel real quick here. We're just above the no takeoffs, so we've got a little bit more over there. So we didn't burn out of the right. We're going to need to do that immediately when we take off this next time. This is a short trip. We'll shut her down here now. And welcome to Landmark US Forest Service Airstrip here. All right, let's go ahead and get things shut down here. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. Short little trip, but again, we're trying to do as much of the just, site navigation as we can here. Pilotage and Dead Reckoning, just to keep those skills current too. That can be, tough, and at times this one was fairly easy if you pay attention when you're looking at your maps. And again, it's good to fly it too. Good to fly it, because the more you can check that out, obviously you're going to get familiar with it and kind of know better where you're at and how to set up for it and everything. But that one wasn't too bad. We'll go ahead and shut down everything now. We'll get going here in just a few minutes, so we'll take another stop here, pop back in. We'll check the area out a little bit, and then we'll be back on our way, and we'll probably check Johnson Creek to see if we can get fuel there. If not, we're going to have to do a pop over to like McCall or someplace like that, because someplace that's got fuel service. That's not something we want to be going much further without. So we're okay for right now, but look forward to seeing you guys on the next trip, which will be 16 at Johnson Creek. But for now, welcome to our backcountry stop number 15, 0U0, Landmark US Forest Service Airstrip. Take care. See you on the next one.